see if that fixes it. Is it working now? Let's find out. Ah, it's working now. Okay, so with that little oops sorted out, let's start the stream for real this time. I'm going to turn this down a little bit. Okay. Perfect. I'm so good at this. Okay. Let's get our ingredients. "22 grams of coffee." Okay. Here's that. And then need something to put this in. Milk jug. 32 grams of soda. We're doing mad science. I'm the mad scientist. And then 10 grams of this. Perfect. Now, I'm gonna use my coffee grinder to grind these vitamin C tablets up. Hold on. Heck yeah. Alright. Stuff. So we've got coffee, vitamin C, and washing soda in here. And we will deal with that later. I'm gonna get the first batch of film into the canister. Actually, no, that wouldn't work. Let's get the canister. Hold on. Here it is. Trying to remember how I do this. I haven't done this in a second. A hot minute, you could say. Let's put this in here. And add, this is the amount of water we want. I'm probably not actually going to have time to do both films now that I think about it, because dinner time is right around the corner. It's just nearly 5 o'clock already, but that's fine. We'll just do 2 of them This thing makes the mixing process very convenient. Scale's about to explode. Yeah, so for anyone just joining, we're using Caffeinol. It is a homebrew solution for developing film. It is much safer than regular developers. It's a lot easier to obtain. As for whether or not it's cheaper, that's a good question. I do not have an answer for that. I have no idea what regular development costs, and I haven't really put enough thought in to figure out what this type of development costs. So, yeah, whether it's cheaper or not, I have no idea. But I like to do it this way just because it's a little more environmentally friendly. Because, you know, it's just coffee and washing soda and vitamin C, so. That should be good. So, now we begin the filtration process. We're going to filter it from here, through here, into here, and then we're going to filter it from here, through here, back into here. Because, as you may see, there's several undissolved chunklets in the soup, so they just take a little too long to dissolve to make it practical. So I just filter them out. It doesn't really harm anything. If you want, you can add 2 seconds to the development time. So like, who really cares? We're making coffee. Or not really. This is, don't drink this. Unless you want to drink washing soda and heavily overdose on vitamin C. So yeah. I don't know if it's like one guy who just keeps coming in and out of the stream, or if it's just a lot of traffic of just people going like, oh, I don't want to watch this. But like, holy moly. Nobody seems to want to watch this stream. But anyway, so here's a nice view of these chunklets. So, yeah, definitely good to filter those out because they'll show up as spots on the film if you don't. So, that's purpose behind filtering all of the coffee solutions. Okay, so I just saw 2 people in the room, in the chat room. So it's definitely not just one guy who keeps joining and then leaving over and over again, but like, people are leaving so fast. Is it really that boring? I guess it is. Who doesn't like watching somebody make coffee, not to drink it, but to use to develop film, a medium which nobody uses anymore? Isn't that exciting? Isn't that what people tune in for? Like, that's what the whole platform of YouTube was built around, right? Just doing pointless things. This is a pointless thing. Why are you leaving? Anyway. For anyone joining the stream, this is Caffeinol, a homebrew film development solution. And I'm filtering out the chunklets. Final filtration before we filter it again, so that's good. Now we have a fine powder of chunklets, so that's good. Oh, I keep forgetting there's a spider up there in that corner. Hello, Mr. Spider. I'm not gonna do anything about it, but like, I forget every time. The second time, it filters through a lot faster, which is good because obviously people are impatient, so that's good. Something about 4:45 on a Sunday, I guess. And the second one. Doing 2 filtrations definitely makes it very smooth, and it yields very good results on the film. now that we have our solution ready, we can go do the part of the stream that is no visual interest, where I have to go load the film onto the reels, these reels, in the dark bag. So that is going to look something like nothing. So just bear with me for a moment. First, I need to go grab my film leader retrieval tool. Just a moment. Alright, there I am, I'm back. Hello, and we've got 2 viewers now. I guess I should just live stream an empty room and I'll get more viewers. So that's good. Anyway, we are now going to use the dark bag to load the film. Let's do the 200 speed. And let's also see if I can unload the film from these cartridges. I think one of these might have been the one from the Argus. Hello. I think one of these might have been the one from the Argus which got torn off. Which I tried previously to get the leader out and was unsuccessful. So if this is that one, then we may just have to do the 400 speeds instead. Let's grab the 400 speeds. Alright, we're gonna develop the 400 speeds, I've decided. I'll get this over here so I can see the comments. So, let's just do this all over again. Listen for the click, push in A, do it again, listen for the click. There we go, push in B, and boom, there's the leader. Put in the thing, listen for the click. There we go, push in A, listen for the click again. Push in B, and there we go, there's the leader. Quite simple. So, now I'm going to take these in the dark bag over here, and I'm going to put them onto these reels, and then I'm going to put these reels into this bucket, and the bucket's what we're going to do the film development part in. So, I need scissors to cut off the sort of tapered end of this, the leader. So let me grab those. And then I need the film. Let's see, scissors, films, container. Don't forget the lid, otherwise you're just absolutely worked, for lack of a better word. Alright, film, scissors, lid, reels. I think that's everything. So, into the dark. Zip this up. Get It's on the other side. And then, turn around the bag. Let me grab a chair. Oh, there is a chair. Well, this one's better. So, chair. Grab me a chair. Put my arms in the armholes. Wow. Okay, that's kind of difficult with the sweater on. I'm gonna try it this way. There we go. And do the same thing with this arm. Alright. We now have a light tight bag with my arms and some film in it. 6 people, holy moly. Okay. Grab the scissors. And okay. Get one of the reels off the spool. Actually, I have the order of operations completely wrong. We're gonna actually do a different step first. I lied. Ugh. Okay. First thing we gotta do is get the film cartridges, get the leaders started on the reels. And then we can put them in the bag. So, cut off the leader, like that. Cut off the other leader, like that. Then, get this loaded up onto the reel. Make sure it's somewhat working. Yeah, that's good. Get the other one on. Okay. Now, put these in this and this. There's a little retaining ring somewhere. I don't know where it is. But yeah, then we zip this up. Oh, there's comments. I can't even see that from up here. That's good. I am developing some film that has been sitting for a very long time, so I don't remember what I shot it in or what's on it. I think it's probably street photography or something like that. If I had to guess, probably one of them. Let's see, my Argus brick only goes up to ISO 200 and this is 400 speed, so it's not that. So I think these are probably from my Canonet. I'm gonna move this table closer. It is 35 that I'm doing right now. Which is nice, because I get to do 2 at a time. Okay, so now we're gonna actually get the rest of the film loaded onto the reels. Are there scissors in here? I want to check to make sure that I actually have the scissors in here. Ah, there they are. Okay, we're good. It would be very bad if I forgot the scissors. Anyway. Yeah, this is the first time I've used that camcorder for this stream. I only have 2 cameras that can connect directly to my computer to stream from. So I decided to use this one because the other one was a scamera, as we call them. As I call them, at least. Just like a webcam stuffed into the body of a camcorder. one. One of them is done. Where's the spindle? Where is the spindle? There it is. Put that one on the spindle, and we get to start loading the next one. Yeah, sorry, this part isn't very visually interesting. When I began, I had a dark bag too, but absolutely wrecked every canister in frustration trying to deal with loading and such. Yeah, it definitely makes it much more, it makes it easier if you cut the liters, get the liters loaded on, and then do the rest of it in the bag. And also, instead of like just letting the real thing do all of the work, I like to pull out some of the film, load that on, pull out some of the film, load that on. Oh, there's the retaining ring, whatever, it's fine. It just makes it a little bit, makes it work a little better, you know. And put this one on the spindle. Where's the spindle? Here it is. Get it on, put it in the bucket, put the lid on the bucket. Try not to cross-thread it, which is sadly hard to do. Sadly easy to do. Disappointingly easy if I might. Bucket. And we have more souvenirs. I should really do something with all of these cans, but I don't really have a use for them. At the moment, at least. If you guys have ideas for what I should do with all these, I'm all ears, because there's so many. Now we get to do the actual film development part of the film development stream. Just gonna make sure this is tight. Yep, okay. What time we got? 4:58. Alright, so we will begin with a rinse. Do a second rinse because I don't know where my timer is. Alright, so usually, what do I usually do? Like 10, 12 minutes? We'll do 13 minutes this time because I suspect that the coffee's potency is going to be reduced. Because I left it open for forever and it's still open. I'm going to close it. I'm near the end of it anyway, so I'm going to buy more soon, so whatever. And now we're in the developer. Try not to spill it everywhere. And now we start our timer. Perfect. All right. Nice. No, it's not just coffee. It's instant coffee specifically. I'm using Folgers and then washing soda and vitamin C powder. And like there's ratios and stuff to account for and all that. But yeah, and we're gonna do this for 13 minutes of development time. This is the recipe that I'm using. It is from it's from a website called caffeinol.org. This is Delta Micro. Just one of the recipes they have up there. They've got a ton of recipes. And it's pretty good. I've gotten pretty good results from this process. Filtering it makes it work very nice. And then agitating it every so often. I usually do an agitation at the start, at the middle, and that's it. It's pretty much just to get the bubbles off and to kind of shake around some sediment that might have, settled on the film or anything. Yeah. See how my video's doing. Has everyone watched the video? "34 views, more than usual. Nice. Yeah, no problem. So, yeah, so we're at 10 minutes. At like 6-ish minutes, I will do another agitation. I haven't really experimented with like just doing an inversion or anything. Might be worth a shot if I have some experimental film to just, something I don't really care about, I can just throw away, to experiment on. That might be worth a shot. In other news, I've gotten into photographic printing once again. It's been a hot minute, but yeah, same developer, Caffeinol, and it works surprisingly well for photographic enlarging. It develops the photo paper very nicely, and this is my photographic enlarger setup that I've got going. Because all that a photographic enlarger is just a backwards camera. So I figure, why not just use a backwards camera? So, I've got like this little 3D printed jig that fits into the holder for the canister, put a light box on top, put the film through the jig. It works really nicely. Yeah, so that's fun. Gotten some fairly decent results. I don't know. Big thing with printing Caffeinol is it kind of leaves a yellow or brown cast in the highlights, which is to be expected since you're literally just soaking paper in coffee. So, yeah. We are at 8 minutes. So, we've got 2 minutes till the next agitation. Caffeinol is kind of like semi-stand development. It takes a really long time, and so I feel like that might help it to give more even development across differently exposed frames. So. Yeah, it's super fun. It's super fun. I highly recommend it. It's very easy to get into. You just need, film and a tank. A tank is preferable, but you can technically do it just with like a beaker or a cup, I guess. You need to like make sure that you have some way to keep the film from like curling over and contacting itself. Because then otherwise you'll have sprocket holes appearing and like uneven development because you know, the developer can't reach in between film if it's touching itself, so yeah. It's semi-stand, because in approximately 48 seconds, we're gonna do one more agitation. I pretty much just do the agitations to get the bubbles off. I'm not really worried about mixing around the developer. Yeah. I mean, technically, it does speed up the development a little bit and, like, just allow it to carry on somewhat, because you're mixing around and constantly getting new chemicals contacting the silver, but I'm just doing it to get rid of the bubbles and artifacts of just using coffee. What do I do for fixer? I do just use regular Ilford Rapid Fix. This is a 1:4 dilution. I don't really have a good solution for disposing of it at the moment. I'm gonna have to research what's safe to do when I have enough to warrant thinking about it, but at the moment I don't have very much that I need to take care of, so I'm not really worrying about it right now. But yeah, this is just the stuff. Anyway. Alright, it's that time. And my lid is not screwed on very tightly, so we have coffee dripping everywhere. How fun. What am I recording with? Ah ha ha, I've been waiting for somebody to ask that. So, this is the first stream where I am using my old Sony CCD TRV 65 camcorder. I have it set up with just like some cheap converter that I found on Amazon, so that's good. But I figured out that if you leave the tape door open, it doesn't turn off at idle. So I can just use it without actually recording onto tape and use it for my stream. So this allows me to use my laptop, which allows me to use OBS, and struggling with this mirror. Come on. And since I can use OBS, there we go. I can add the music that I like to have in my videos. So, how's the music? I don't know, it's background music-y. Yeah, so, I like the vibe. This is one of two cameras that are capable of acting as a webcam for my laptop, so I decided to use this one because the other one's a Scamera. Terrible quality. So this one's good quality from an old era, which is not the same as bad quality from this era. You don't hear any music. Arrgh. Did I turn it down too much? Because it should be playing. Let me see. Let's do a very professional monitoring setup. I guess I turned it down just way too far. Whoops. Yeah, so now there's music. See, because I'm doing it in OBS instead of just on my phone. Yeah, so that's good. Okay. ThankPods music. Yes, I love ThankPods. Yeah. So we have 1 minute on the tiny little kitchen timer. Nugget camera. You guys should go watch the latest video. It features this camera that I'm using. I'm very excited about this video because it's a really neat wireless video from 1999. That's just such a cool thing to me. The shameless self-promotion, but like, I'm just very excited about it. Alright, we've got 40 seconds left, and we can dump out the developer. I'm only gonna do the first 2 film cams. We will do these another time, maybe later tonight. I don't know. And that being the case, we'll just dump the Caffenol down the drain because it has a shelf life of like an hour, maybe less than that. So like, there's no point in trying to save it. So it's fine. It's fine. So yeah, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, yada yada. I should probably stop the timer before my hands are full. Then we've got to rinse all the coffee off the film. I try to do a pretty diligent rinsing of the film because the fixer is reusable. So I want to try to keep the fixer not coffee stained. Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, I'm also pretty happy with how that video came out too. I'm trying to get back into doing the like experimental stuff. Because just reviewing old cameras that a million people have already reviewed before isn't that exciting. It doesn't get that many views, and it just kind of makes more and more cameras pile up in my hoard of like 50 cameras. So doing experiments with those cameras that I already have is a little more fun. You know, I risk breaking more cameras, but yeah, that's fine. Okay, get all the water out, and you know, it gets more views, like, hey, more views. This is like half full. Alright, time to question my sanity. We will just leave the film in a bath of water to hopefully prevent it from auto-developing. But so, I have one container that has maybe this much stuff in it, and I have one container that's basically full. Now the question is this pure fixer or have I already diluted it? I did not label this. I really should have labeled this, and I have absolutely no clue. So, I'm gonna assume that I did not dilute this. just going off the faintest inkling of a memory I have. So we're gonna dilute it. So you get to see me dilute how I do that. So that's fun. It's not really notable here. So we take 1 part of fixer. Yeah, it's just got a little hole on the top, so I probably didn't like fill in to the, yeah, so I think this is mostly new. Yeah, I love Caffeinol for just how easy it is to handle. What am I looking for? Nothing. Got it. Because like if you get it on your countertop, hey, that's just a coffee stain. Like, it's just very nice. So we're gonna add like 100 mils of this. Put that away. I'm gonna label this as new, just so I don't forget. I'm just gonna Sharpie a big N on it. This isn't a Sharpie, but whatever. It would work a lot better if it was a Sharpie. Whatever, those marks will remind me. It's good enough. I have film that is actively dying, so let's just get through this. So that's just the pure fixer. Now we're gonna add 3 parts of just water to dilute it. So that would be 300 milliliters. So that's 200 plus 100. I really hope I didn't make too much to fit in the space that's left in here, but I guess we're about to find out. So I'm just going to pour this straight in as it is. And then I'm going to add stuff from this. This is the working solution that I have going right now. My fixer was getting kind of tired anyway, so, you know, a little top up isn't going to hurt anything. But I just hope that container is enough, you know, big enough to fit the amount that I just made, because I didn't really check. So that's good. And we're gonna let this sit for like 3, 4, we'll say 5 minutes. So yeah. Yep. I don't really do any agitation for it when it's just the fixer. What's going on in comments land? Nothing. Oh, that's good. We like that. We like having out of sync audio and video. Has it been like that the whole stream, or is that a new development? I hope it hasn't been like that the whole stream. Okay, that's good. Let's just try switching to... Let me see for myself what is going on, because I don't really understand what is going on. Why it would be unsynced like this. So, just a moment. Weird. I think we're just gonna deal with it for the duration of this stream, and I will try to get that figured out for the next stream. Because I don't really know what's causing that, or how to fix that, or if it's a problem with OBS, or just the fact that I'm streaming from the basement, or like I have no idea. So yeah, that's fun. We love confusing audio visual hardware. So we've got a little bit more than a minute. Then we can dump the fixer back into here, and then into here, and again, hope that that has enough room to accommodate the new developer. And by developer, I mean fixer, which is the exact opposite of developer. Yeah. $40 seconds remaining. Thank you for pointing that out to me, because I probably would not have noticed that on my own, so thank you for that. 20 seconds remaining. We've got 6 people watching this audiovisual nightmare. That's good. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. Ah, plenty of room. Oh, that's great. Okay. Perfect. I don't need to buy a second container, so that's very good. let's see if this worked at all. It hasn't not worked yet, so. And once again, I have no clue what is on these rolls. Probably some street photography or something like that. As I anticipated at the beginning of the stream, these did come out a little bit thin, so that is unfortunate, but they are not terrible. Oh, this was with the Pelix. Okay. That's exciting. Yes, okay, I have been waiting to see these. So, for you viewers of this stream, we have a special picture effect because this camcorder has built-in video filters. How neat is that? Now I'm a demon. So that's good. And with this, we can view the pictures as normal. If I point this at, somewhere that we're not staring at random junk, they're upside down. So hey, these look pretty decent, I would say. That's a pretty good photo. And a bunch of people's faces, I'm sure they're very happy to be on the stream. Right? Alright, so we will hang this up to dry. And let's see what's on the second one. Where did I put it? Here it is. How exciting! I can actually show what the pictures look like on the stream. Yep, this one's also pretty thin. So maybe not going to be printing photographically from it, but a little post-production video enhancement, or photo enhancement, I guess. Yeah, this one's pretty much street photography. What does this come from? This is also from the Pelix, or maybe the FTV. I don't remember. I think it's the FTV, but it is a bunch of places and a bunch of people's faces. So I'm just going to show you them from back here. Wow, look how pretty they are. Just don't look too closely for people's faces or addresses or anything. So yeah, now we've got them drying over here. This is just like, turn that off. This is just like one of those binder clips and a piece of tape. So one of them gets the nice binder clip, the other one just gets a piece of tape. So that's my film hanging setup. Very high tech, I know. How do I eliminate water spots on my negatives? Good question. I don't. Yeah, but to kind of mitigate the problem after the fact, I will just get some isopropyl alcohol, like after the film is dry, get some isopropyl alcohol and lens cloth, and on the shiny side, which spots are a much bigger problem on the shiny side than on the matte side. So on the shiny side, just go over it with a lens cloth with some isopropyl alcohol on it. And sometimes it works, sometimes it just scratches up the film. Yeah, probably don't use a free lens cloth that came with a crappy camera to do this, like I did when I scratched the film. When I used a decent one, it actually worked pretty good. So yeah, use a good lens cloth for that. But anyway, yeah. So that's the stream. I think. Yep. Thank you all for watching. Hope it was not too hard to watch with the audio-visual problems and whatnot. But yeah. So. See you maybe later today, maybe next week, maybe sometime during the week. I have no clue. But anyway, see you later. I'm gonna give it a second to catch up just the video. But yeah, and farewell.